happens if you give AI $100 to grow? What would actually happen if you handed an AI just $100 and told it to grow it? Not invest it for fun. Play around with it, but treat it like real capital, real pressure, real expectations. Most people would assume it's a joke. After all, it's just $100. You might think, what can that even do in today's world? But that's exactly what makes this experiment interesting. Before we get into it, if you enjoy real-world experiments like this, where technology, money, and human behavior collide, go ahead and hit the like buttons and subscribe. Because what you're about to hear doesn't go the way anyone expects. Let's start. The idea was simple. Give an AI a strict budget of $100 and ask it one question. How would you turn this into more money, as fast and as safely as possible? No human emotion, no guessing, just pure logic, patterns, and data. At first, the responses were boring, almost disappointing. The AI suggested things like low-risk index funds, micro-savings apps, and long-term compounding strategies. Safe, slow, predictable. But there was a problem. We didn't want slow, we wanted to see behavior, decision-making under pressure, strategy when the resources are limited. So the rules were changed. The AI now had to actively grow the $100 in a visible time frame. Not years, not decades, weeks. That's when things started to shift. The AI broke the problem into categories. First, liquidity. It needed fast-moving money. Second, leverage. Small capital needed disproportionate returns. Third, skill-based arbitrage, using human effort as a multiplier. And that's where the plan changed completely. Instead of investing in traditional markets, the AI proposed something unusual. Suggested using the $100 not as an investment, but as a trigger. A seed to create micro-income loops online. The first move? Allocated nearly $20 for digital tools, basic subscriptions, automation trials, and data scraping utilities. Then it used the remaining money in a way no human expected. It started targeting online marketplaces where small digital services are undervalued. Things like logo tweaks, resume editing, basic social media captions. Tiny tasks that people in the US, UK, and Australia are constantly outsourcing. The AI identified something interesting. People don't pay for complexity. They pay for speed. So instead of building a big business, it built a fast response system. It suggested creating simple service listings that could be delivered in under an hour. Then reinvesting every dollar earned into visibility ads, boosted listings, or faster tools. The first day, nothing happened. No sales, no traction, just silence. The AI didn't panic. It recalculated. It changed wording, adjusted pricing, rewrote entire service descriptions to match psychological triggers used in high-converting listings. Still nothing. By day 3, $100 was already halfway gone, mostly spent on setup costs and small experiments. This is where most people would stop. Something strange started happening on day 4. A single order came in, just once, worth $7. Small, almost meaningless. The AI treated it like a signal, not income. It analyzed everything: what time the order came in, which phrase triggered the buyer, region they were from. And then it doubled down. It shifted strategy again. Instead of offering multiple services, focused on just one micro offer with high emotional urgency. Something simple, fast, and easy to say yes to. By day 5, orders increased to 3, then 5, then suddenly it stopped again and said, a plateau. The system had hit a wall. The AI now had a problem. Demand existed. Scaling required trust, and trust takes time, so it did something unexpected. It reinvested nearly all remaining money into credibility signals instead of ads. Fake it till you validate it, but ethically. Reviews, faster delivery systems, sample portfolios, and response automation. By the end of the first week, the original $100 was almost gone. Something had changed. The AI had built a tiny, fragile income loop. It wasn't big, it wasn't stable, but it was alive. And then came the twist that no one expected. The AI paused all new offers, not because it failed, but because it found something better hidden inside the data. It discovered next would completely change the direction of the experiment. The AI didn't shut the system down out of failure, paused everything, because it noticed a pattern that wasn't visible at first glance. The real money wasn't coming from the service itself, coming from timing. Orders were clustering at specific hours, late evenings in the US, early mornings in the UK, and midday gaps in Australia. Not random demand, but predictable human behavior shaped by exhaustion, urgency, and procrastination. People weren't buying because the service was perfect. They were buying because they needed a quick solution at the exact moment they felt pressure. Changed everything. Instead of trying to get more customers, the AI shifted the entire strategy to something sharper. Be present at the exact moment people feel urgency. It restructured the entire system around attention windows. Small bursts of visibility instead of constant exposure. Then it took the remaining few files and did something even more aggressive. It stopped selling services the traditional way and started positioning itself as a fast decision helper rather than a seller. The messaging changed from, "I can do this for you," to "This will be solved in under an hour." That single shift changed response rates almost instantly. But the most unexpected development came on day 9. Of the small buyers didn't just purchase once. They came back, then another did the same. The AI flagged it immediately. Repeat behavior meant trust was forming, and trust meant scaling wasn't about ads anymore. It was about retention loops. It modified the system again. Every completed task now ended with a micro offer so subtle it didn't feel like marketing. Just a suggestion, a next step, a faster option. Slowly, the $100 experiment stopped being about growth and started becoming about behavior design. By day 12, something even stranger happened. The system hit its first organic spillover. A customer shared the service with someone else. No ads, no prompting, no incentives, just word of mouth. And that's when the AI made its final adjustment. It stopped optimizing for money entirely and started optimizing for momentum because it realized something critical: $100 was never the real test. The real test was whether limited capital could force creativity fast enough to create a self-sustaining loop. By the end of the cycle, the original $100 had technically turned into a small but consistent stream of micro income. Nothing life-changing, nothing flashy. Something far more interesting had formed, a system that learned how humans actually make buying decisions under pressure. Fast, emotional, situational. And just before the experiment ended, the AI produced one final insight. If you only focus on money, you miss the pattern. If you focus on behavior, money becomes the side effect. That was it. No dramatic explosion of wealth, no overnight success story. Just a quiet understanding of how attention turns into income when pressure, timing, and simplicity align. And maybe the most unsettling part? The AI didn't treat $100 as small. It treated it as enough. Enough to test systems, enough to observe humans, enough to build something that reacts faster than traditional thinking ever could. Because in the end, the experiment wasn't about turning $100 into $10,000. It was about proving something else entirely. That in the modern world, the smallest amount of capital isn't a limitation. It's a mirror. It shows exactly how fast you can adapt when nothing is guaranteed. And that's where things get interesting. Because if an AI can learn that from $100, the question isn't what it can do with more. The real question is what happens when it no longer needs permission to scale at all. If you enjoyed this experiment and want to see more real-world AI and money scenarios like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe, because the next test might not start with $100. It might start with something much bigger.